Hi, my name is Ron Paragoras. I'd like to introduce you to my latest version of the CSI light stick. This particular light stick uses 3 AAA batteries. It's operating 5 3mm LEDs. It puts out plenty of lumens to be able to read a book. As you see over here, we're running just about 40 milliamps. The 5 LEDs are in series, and they'll operate for over 17 hours. It's completely illuminating the magazine or book that you're reading. No problems at all. Anyway, what I'm going to do is turn on the lights, and I'll show you what the light stick looks like. This is the latest iteration. God said, "Let there be light." Now, one thing before I start, you'll see this is just a standard old notebook that's opened up, which is tremendously stable. I will show you that this will not be needed. That is just a temporary measure because it was serendipity I found. My light stick. What this is a piece of 1/2 inch PEX tubing. It's just standard old plumbing tubing, plastic tubing. It could very easily be made out of any tube, including bamboo. This could be sized up or sized down to AAA. Right now we're using 3 AAA batteries, but you could use AA batteries, C batteries, D batteries, 2/3 A, any size battery you want. You could stack more batteries in series or less batteries in series. If all of a sudden lithium ion or lithium air batteries come into existence, it could be used for any battery that there is. Anyway, my design. What we have over here is a brass screw. This brass screw, if you tighten it too much, it's going to crush the plastic. So if you see, I have 2 nuts on there, 2 brass nuts that are tightened up against each other. So it is tightened against each other. It's not going to crush the tubing. This over here is a penny with a spring and a nice little plastic cap over here. This is my switch. The other end over here, there is a brass screw, again with 2 nuts on it. This is the negative side of the battery. So we have 3 AAA batteries in series. The male protrusion, the nipple, is sticking out and it's touching the brass screw over here, so this is going to be positive. On the other end over here, this is negative. What I have is just a wood dowel spacer with a spring inside. So the spring is pushing the 3 batteries together, and the other side of the spring is pushing onto the brass screw. So this is the negative. What I'm using is actually copper tapes. This copper tape is self-adhesive. So the negative runs the full length of the tube to the 5 LEDs over here. And on the other side, this is the positive side of the battery. This is the switched side of the battery. The switched side of the battery, via 2 resistors, 2 parallel resistors, is running to the positive bus for the diodes. When you flip the switch on, when this thing, the positive side of the battery, goes to the switch side of the terminal, the lights come on and off. It works terrific. Stupid and simple. What I did over here with this PEX tubing, just cut it in half. I happen to do it on a milling machine, but you could very easily do it with a bandsaw, hacksaw, file. It cuts very easy. I bet you could even go in there with a piece of tin snips and cut it. Anyway, each one of those 3mm LEDs, 2 holes are cut in there. On the other side, when they're sticking up, it's very easy. There's absolutely no thermal mass to this tape. It is so easy to solder onto here, you wouldn't believe it. So I just bent over the leads of the LEDs, and once they're soldered, I bent it over for a mechanical capture on the bottom of this. Works absolutely great. As far as taping, this over here, I did put some tape over here because if this were to touch here, it would short out the batteries. And this over here, that's really where you hold the thing from. I didn't put any tape on it, but I figure there should be a nice light sticker or some sort of other sticker. But if you don't do a sticker, a piece of Scotch tape would work fine. Anyway, this is my version, the latest greatest, of the CSI light stick. One thing I would do differently in the future, and that is with this terrific penny with switch, when you put this thing in place over here, if I had done nothing more than angled it down, this thing could actually rest right on the book, and I could adjust it. You know, this over here would be aiming down. This would be aiming it more up. It just so happened that I figured this out after I built it, but the next version I would just angle it where you wouldn't need this, and the thing just sits on here. The other thing I would do differently, I have 1/2 inch spacing. If you are reading a full-size newspaper, it misses by about 1 inch on the top and bottom. So if I would have just spaced these things 3/4 of an inch instead of 1/2 inch out to here, I think we got a winner over here. It's a product that could go into production anytime you want. It's cheap, it's stupid, it's simple. Anyway, thanks for watching this video.